Alright everyone, so basically the worst possible thing happened. Alright, actually hold on, let me start over. Let's start with the positive news. This is the newest member of the family. This is Magnolia. She apparently wants to help me with my video. Um, anyway, back to fish. So I was trying to mount some corals in the 10 gallon, and I guess I just used too much glue or used the wrong glue. I don't know what happened. That's all that I can think. This is the glue that I used. I don't know why I have it. I should probably throw it away. But immediately after using the glue and filling the tank back up, none of the corals were opening up. The fish seemed okay, so I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't worth leaving everything in there. So now we've got a temporary frag system, and I know everything's gonna get knocked over and everything's gonna be terrible. But here's where we're at right now. I moved everything over, and we're just gonna have to see how it goes. I'm really hoping that this will only be 2 weeks or so before I can start putting everything back. I'm worried because this is my third try at a firefish. She seems to be doing okay. For now, we'll see. The clowns are definitely bullying her. But let's just hope that this plays out okay. But I mean, if you look here, you can see that like this, I honestly forget what this is called, but it's on the verge of death. It's also covered in sand that needs to get fixed. This Micromusa on the right here is not doing well. The Zoas here, I'm glad that they look like they're doing a lot better already. Let's see, these in the back corner, these orange things, I'm not sure what they're called, they're also not doing great. So I couldn't just sit there. I had to get everything out. So I've gotten everything out, brought it over to this tank, hoping that it'll do well. I'm hoping everything makes it really. I also need to just stop messing with this tank. So it's going to be at least 2 weeks while everything's here. I also moved this rock. I don't know if I'm taking a risk by keep moving the rock too, but the bicolor blenny was in there, and I don't know, wasn't gonna move him out of the rock. He was just stuck in there, so I just went ahead and moved him too. Next we have dogs playing. But anyway, I'm about to just set up this tank again, or the 10 gallon. I've got some extra rock in the garage. I want to do a different scape. And then, now that I actually have some direction of where I think I want to take the 10 gallon, we're going to do some different things with it. I'm picturing more of like the classic, I don't know, 45-degree angle coming down the front, because I think I want to do like a really good colored SP or LPS tank. Just do some A cans and some good colors. That's really what I'm gonna go for. Absolutely gonna do bare bottom, so I'm gonna take that out. The light is gonna be blue. I use Ryan from Bulk Resupply. They figured out how to do the Radeon SPS AB Plus formula on the AI Prime HD, so I quickly was able to change that and calibrate it to fit the 10 gallon. So I'm now running that spectrum. It's super blue, and I don't know why I do this to myself, but this is super white. This is 3. It's a lot whiter than it looks in person, honestly. I don't know. It's kind of interesting that the phone picks up so much blue, because when I see this looks honestly kind of like a freshwater tank. It's 3 times Coral Plus ATI bulbs, and then 1 times a Red Sea. I think it's a 15,000 Kelvin bulb. So this tank is just super white in person, and then this one is going to be so blue. But I think that SPS is going to look awesome, or the LPS. Really what I look at is one of the best, my favorite tanks that I've ever seen is the guy from Elite Reef, Jake Adams from Reef Builders, went and saw his tank, and it looks so simple, it looks so beautiful. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So now we're going to start sucking all the water out. So this is we'll cut it here and we'll post some other videos soon. Alright, so here the tank is mostly drained. There's still a little bit of sand, but I think for the most part I can just kind of hide it. I can scoop a little bit more out. Yeah, no time to go work on the office. Alright, so here is all the rock that I have left over from my old 20-gallon build. And then to try and get a feel for it, I'm just going to use the lid and then it's like this other top that I had that covered the lid. So hopefully we can get a good idea of what the scape should be. Alright, so here's the first round of aquascape for the tank. I'm sure that I will hate this in a week or a day and decide to change around, but for today we'll leave it. I was alternating between a couple of things and my wife told me which one to pick, so we went with this one. I like it. I mean, I think it's gonna come out how I want it to look, because we'll be able to have, you know, just like a nice progression down. There's a nice cave. The water's, or the glass is still kind of dirty from everything. Moving a little fast, but that should all work out. I'm working under the theory that the glue on the rock was messed up. So I've taken the rock out. I even, you know, all the rock that was in the tank. I even had some rubble back here. I don't know why I thought rubble rock was going to be a good idea. I tried it in the 40-gallon and the 10-gallon. I thought it was going to add some room for copepods so that eventually I could have a mandarin here, and then I just brought it over here to speed up the cycle. And I think it just stores nitrates and just not great, so I got rid of that. In the back now it's just a filter sock and the skimmer and the heater. So we'll see how it works out. We'll see how this works out. The goal is to get some water in the tank, and then my Petco actually had some good sales on stuff, like see some Ick Attack for $3. I'm sure it's garbage, but it was $3. Some Amquil Plus for $2. That was good because I was out of prime. So I've got a little bit of the Fluval starter left, and I also had a good deal on the AI or API one. So we'll give this one a try. If it doesn't work out, it's no big deal. I'm not really in any rush. It's not like I'm going to move corals back from the 40 anytime soon. So we'll just see how everything works out. Firefish is still alive. Let's hope that lasts. I put this rock in here, so it's got a little cave, hopefully. But anyway, I'll put update after I've got water in the tank. Alright, so we have water in the tank. I was a little rushing, so working on hopefully mixing the salt in a little bit better. But anyway, let's knock this out. Let's get a cycle going. Maybe steal some shrimp or something, but add some of this. Then we'll add some of that API and we'll see where it takes us. One random thought is this stand is from IKEA, and it's a great stand. I like it. It was cheap. That was aesthetically pleasing, but you do have to be really careful about getting water on it. I leaked a little bit there one time, and so now you've got that down there. So basically, this whole time when I'm taking water out, adding water, you gotta be really careful about getting it on the particle board, because if it's on there, this whole thing it could collapse. So if you have one of these stands, just make sure that you're wiping everything down instantly and not leaving anything there. But anyway, we'll take another thing, or another last video of the night after the sand clears up a little bit. But yeah, should be good. Alright, so one final thing on this tank for the night, for this video anyway. Here it is. Here's how I think it's gonna look. I've got a couple, we got this little pump in here, and then the power head and the regular pump going, just to try and get the sand settled, try and get the bottom settled. So we'll see how this tank takes off. I need to do some research on what I want to do. I'd really like to have everything planned before I buy anything, or even fragging the corals out of here and taking them over. Just having a plan of what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's the update. It's been a pretty hectic day, but glad to get through everything today, and hopefully in a couple weeks we'll be able to start moving, or we'll start testing and see what the deal is. But anyway, thanks for watching.